A mother, 31-year-old Angerat Williamson, stepfather John Cole, and 14-year-old Craig Mulligan have been sentenced to life for the murder of Logan Mwangi, a 5-year-old boy partially submerged in the River Ogmore near Bridgend, South Wales in July 2021. Now, in a previous video, I happened to mention Logan Mwangi, so here is his story. Logan Mwangi, who was described by his school as a loving, sweet-natured child who was polite and articulate at all times, experienced horrific injuries at the hands of his family, including having his arm broken by his stepbrother Craig Mulligan. Craig Mulligan was not related to anyone in the household, but was raised by Cole from the age of 9 months and eventually moved into the family home 6 months before Logan was murdered and after he, Craig, was assaulted by his mother. Now let's look at the timeline of Logan Mwangi. On the 15th of March 2016, Logan Mwangi is born at the Princess of Wales Hospital in Bridgend, Wales, to parents Angerat Williamson and Benjamin Mwangi. Summer 2016, parents Angerat and Benjamin separate. Benjamin Mwangi returns to Essex, while Angerat Williamson lives in Bridgend with her mom Claire. On the 16th of June 2016, Benjamin Mwangi visits Logan in Bridgend for their first Father's Day. It is decided Angerat Williams and Logan Mwangi will move to Brentwood, but they return to Wales 2 months later. April 2017, Angerat Williamson marries a soldier, but the marriage ends due to domestic violence. August 2017, John Cole moves to Bridgend from Coventry. January 2019, Williamson moves just around the corner from John Cole. She later says she became his bit on the side. March 2019, Williamson and Cole formally begin a relationship and she later falls pregnant. April 2019, Williamson takes Logan to visit his father in Essex, the final time Mr. Mwangi actually gets to see his son, as Williamson and Cole was now in a relationship and Cole tried everything possible to prevent Mr. Mwangi's access to Logan. On the 20th of January 2020, Williamson gives birth to her and Cole's child. On the 16th of August 2020, Logan was taken to hospital by his mother, who claims he dislocated his shoulder falling down the stairs a day earlier, and she tried to pop it back in herself. The doctors find that he had a broken arm and referral is made to social services. Williamson also gave a statement to the police. September 2020, Logan's teacher asks for Logan to return to school when they reopen following the COVID pandemic. Williamson accuses staff of interrogating her as to Logan's absence. October 2020, Logan returned to school. The teachers say he developed a stammer, lost weight, and has dark circles under his eyes. 21st of January 2021, Williamson calls 101 and tells the police Logan was pushed downstairs by Cole's stepson, Craig Mulligan, breaking his arm. Logan was placed on a child protection register. January 2021, Craig Mulligan, who's now 14, is given an emergency care order and placement after 28 days. March 2021, Logan's given a new social worker. Craig Mulligan, however, repeatedly runs away from foster care because he wants to stay with Cole and Williamson. On the 27th of March 2021, Williamson tells the social worker that Logan burned his neck on a bath tap. The worker believes the injury matches the shape of a tap. In June 2021, Logan and his youngest sibling are removed from the Child Protection Register after a new social worker was appointed to Logan's case. They, according to her or him, no longer were at any significant risk of harm. Cole applies for responsibility of Craig Mulligan wanting to make it legal. On the 20th of July 2021, Logan tests positive for COVID and begins isolation. On the 26th of July 2021, Family Court grants Williamson and Cole care responsibility of Craig, the 14-year-old boy, and he moves back in that very day. On the 27th of July 2021, Logan was seen alive for the last time by someone outside the family during a FaceTime call. On the 29th of July 2021, Cole and Craig seriously assault Logan during an incident when, according to Williamson, he is punched in the stomach. Williamson was seen rowing outside the family home and trying to leave as she is being begged to stay by the others. On the 30th of July 2021, Logan's mother pulls him up forcefully by his pajama top, causing it to rip as she shouts at him to tell the truth. It is later said, "We don't know the truth about what." On the same day, social worker Deborah Williams attends outside the family home and was denied entry and is told that Logan is isolating inside with COVID. She stays about 20 minutes, but she does not even ask to see him. On the 31st of July 2021, CCTV footage shows Cole leaving the flat carrying Logan's body at approximately 2:30 a.m. He walks towards the river while Mulligan follows. They return to the house but leave again to get rid of Logan's pajama top. At 5:45, Williamson calls the police, claiming she woke up to find her son Logan missing, and she even has the gall to accuse another woman of actually taking him. Just after 6 a.m., two police officers searching the nearby park area discover Logan's body in the River Ogmore, just 400 yards from the home. He is later found to have 56 external injuries. On the day he's found, Logan would have finished his 10-day self-isolation period. He's later described as having been treated like a prisoner in a tiny room. In February 2022, jurors are sworn in at Cardiff Crown Court to try Williamson, Cole and Mulligan for murder. Logan suffered injuries consistent with child abuse, the court is told, including a large tear to his liver and another to his small bowel. The court hears Williamson never shed a tear for his son and was watching reality TV on the night that she was charged with Logan's murder. 21st of April 2022, Cole, Williamson and Mulligan are convicted of murder at Cardiff Crown Court. Speaking outside court after the verdict, Mr. Mwangi describes Logan as the most beautiful boy and says the world is a colder and darker place without his smile and happy energy in which he lived his life. He adds, "I loved him so much, and somehow I have to live my life knowing I will never get to see him grow up." On the 30th of June 2022, the three defendants are sentenced, with Cole and Williamson handed life terms with a minimum of 29 and 28 years, respectively. Mulligan had not been identified in reports until this stage of the proceedings. but the judge, Mrs. Justice Jefford, lifts an anonymity order and rules he must serve a minimum of 15 years detention. Passing sentence, she describes the disposal of Logan's body in the river as heartless, calculated, and orchestrated. The judge says, "You are responsible for Logan's death and all the anguish that followed from it. Because he was killed in his own home, it is not possible to be absolutely sure what happened to him." The judge says, "Inflicting these injuries on a small, defenseless 5-year-old is nothing short of horrific," she said. Footage has been made available as police officers spoke of the trauma they experienced while investigating Logan's murder. Response officers had been called to the area by Williamson, who obviously claimed Logan had gone missing, but the call was later revealed to be part of a plot by Williamson, Cole, and Mulligan to cover up his killing. The trial saw members of the South Wales Police give evidence, with some breaking down in tears while recalling the distressing scenes they witnessed. Those who found Logan, including PC Lauren Keane, who carried his body out of the river, and the paramedics who treated him at the scene, were said to be deeply disturbed by what was described by Detective Inspector Leanne Rees as the most traumatic scenes imaginable. Investigator and family liaison officer Detective Constable Claire Edwards recalled how she had gone to the Princess of Wales Hospital in Bridgend, where Logan had been taken to get her first account from Williamson. She said she took her in to see Logan in a room in the hospital and began to cry as she described seeing a bruise above his left eye. Detective Sergeant Ed Griffith said it was one of the worst cases he had worked on. He said 10 out of 10 on the scale, to be honest. This will live with me forever. Ivan Jenkins, Deputy Chief Crime Prosecutor for CPS, said the situation was very traumatic. When you see a cold, calculated murder of this nature, it does impact on people. There's no doubt about that, he said. This was quite a horrific case where the injuries caused, the planning to dispose the body, the lying to the police, and while we are pleased that we have been able to bring some justice to the situation, the matter remains that we cannot bring Logan back. Guys, again, another case where the matter was reported, but the welfare of the child was not adequately seen to. Again, what else can we do but to remind you, if you see something, say something. Do not wait until it is too late. And at this point, my dears, I just want to remind you that there are some t-shirts with exactly those words available in my spring collection. I will post a link down in the description box. Let's get the message out there and let's see if we can make a difference. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. And I will see you on the next video. Until then, please take good care of yourselves and each other. Bye.